Cheers, Tony.
Hey, that went fast. Welcome, Honest Abe here. As always, I'm with my trusted right-hand man, the man we call the GOAT, Alex Cavella. And this is the Great Smoke Special Release number 2. I asked her to make me a cocktail, and this is what she brings me. I don't know the standard operating procedure, or she made an Abe one.
Who's working?
Maya.
Maybe she made an Abe. I mean, hopefully that's an Abe one, because that is an Abe one. So
tastes good.
That's all that matters.
So excited for our special release number 2 out of 3 very special releases that were made in celebrating a marquee event for us, the 20th anniversary of the Great Smoke. And our dear friend who will be joining us is actually one of the people who has participated. There's only been 10 companies.
I was curious.
Yes, he is one who has participated in the Great Smoke every year since its inception. Let's give a big warm welcome to our dear friend, Pete Johnson.
There he is.
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
You want to talk about technical difficulties? All of a sudden, my mic switched.
Yeah, you muffled.
My mic and my earphones switched like off the thing I have. I have like a cable, like wired, and as soon as the music was over from the intro, I couldn't hear anything.
That's why we get on early, so shit
fixed.
can happen in the middle of the intro.
Fixed. That's all that matters.
So
how's everybody?
Well, we're hanging in there, Pete. I know you just got back from Chicago, did an event up there.
Your hometown, right?
My hometown. Actually, the store you did it in was a store I frequented many times in my youth, actually. Down the street from them is a great Irish pub. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah.
They allowed smoke cigar.
I've been there.
They allowed cigar smoking there for years.
They did.
And then I used to catch a show, Second City comedy. Improv,
right across the street, right?
Right there. So, yeah.
Well, right across from the pub, actually.
Yeah, that used to be my little triumvirate, cigar pub show, or show pub cigar, one or the other.
Not a bad night. It's not a bad night.
No, that was my a routine going out for me. So
yeah, that area is a real cool area. There's a lot of stuff to do there.
Treasure Coast, I think they call it down there. So we mentioned before you got on.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Alex, the product's live, right?
Product's live.
All right. So in case we have any questions or whatever, our release number 2, and we will talk about it. The Big Top Bellicoso.
Yeah. I didn't know you actually let that name out there, because someone commented that name, and I was like, how'd they know?
I didn't tell them. I didn't put it out there. That was their guess.
A good guess, actually.
That was their guess. I saw that comment. That was their guess. So these are available right now in the Great Smoke store, and this is one of 3 exclusive releases that were made for those participating in the 20th anniversary of the Great Smoke this year. So to acquire this box, if you're watching this video, you actually have to have a Great Smoke ticket, either virtual or live, and then you'll be able to access the store by either going through your Great Smoke in your account settings or your smoking account, or the reference number from your ticket, and the boxes are there. So
yeah, what's it? You have a limit on them, like 2 per person or something?
2 per person. We want to spread it out. Let a lot of people, make sure everybody.
250 people. 250 people. That's all we need.
It's not that much. It's not that much. Well, what people forget about these releases is that, look, there's a percentage of people who still haven't gotten their tickets, so they're not even right now able to get a box if they wanted one. And then, believe it or not, there's a decent percentage of people who go to the Great Smoke every year who don't delve into every aspect of what goes on. They don't even know about these releases, no matter what we send, no matter what we.
Yeah.
They don't get it. They just got their ticket. They know they're going to the event live. They might not even come to any of the other 5 or 6 functions going down.
I do still find it interesting. Like, Great Smoke's been going on for 20 years. We still get the last minute rush. Like, it's interesting to me. Like, we still literally within the last 2 weeks, we'll get 100 tickets sold out of nowhere. Just mostly the local people that know it's here, and
we still get them at the door, and they got to pay more.
It's actually shocking that we get people at the
door.
Yeah,
that's usually because people's plans change constantly nowadays.
Well, it is also sometimes
a lot
people
of things are on the fly.
sometimes we get lucky and it's like the gun show at the fairgrounds going on. Then they're like, "Oh, what's this? A cigar? I'll come in. How much is the door?" You get a couple of those too.
What's the official count for the Great Smoke, or is it kind of like you don't count virtual with in person?
You mean how many bodies are in the building?
Well, in person, that's a set number.
It's close to, well, that's a set number, but overall bodies, Pete, it's close to 3,000 people. Between
with virtual and
no, virtual is that's at home.
A separate number.
Yeah, the 3,000 people is pretty much made up of ticket holders, companions, because we have companion tickets. People bring their wives, girlfriends, whatever, and then staff, vendors, manufacturers. You know, I mean, it gets close to about 3,000. It's somewhere within the vicinity of 26 to 3,000, just depending on.
Yeah, but I think he said, what's the final number?
Yeah, between both.
Like we got this many to sell, and after that, you're hit. What are we, like 2,500?
Tickets, yeah, 2,500. Yeah, that's it.
And then that's it. Once there's no, because there's boxes that got to be made in there.
Yeah.
So we got
send everybody the same kit, right?
And honestly, again,
so 2,500
it's probably less than 2,500 because some boxes get damaged or whatever.
Right.
Honestly, sometimes they ship us short, but I mean, it's off by 10, or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
we never really put all the tickets out there because of that reason. We always leave like 20 because a case of things or disappear or don't come in, or one whole case of packaging gets jammed and they're due. They may have just arrived. It's either coming this week or they've already arrived this week. So packages are going to start getting boxed soon. No, they arrived because they wanted to start packing Monday. I told them wait.
Where do you do that? I know you have a new warehouse that you've had for a few years, but where
our new warehouse is going to become our old warehouse. We're moving. Really? We're moving this year. Yeah.
Lovely. I actually I'm doing the same thing right now.
Yeah.
Looking at another space down here.
It's crazy.
Space gets tight quick, man. Quicker than you think. Space just gets tight.
Yeah,
it's wild, actually. Unfortunately, I think just in the factory alone, we realized that the newspaper that goes in the boxes to fill the master carton,
it's a whole section in itself, right?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I have a delivery guy in Miami. He probably delivered to you a few times, Abe. He's pretty notorious of the area. He kind of picks up cigars from every cigar distributor or whatever delivers. He came to my office one day. He goes, "I'll take 50 bags." And when I say bags, they're gigantic bags of newspaper because he was delivering them to other cigar companies.
Really?
It's good that we're recycling with our friends in the industry.
Keep it in the house.
Yeah.
I mean, Abe, you could tell when Lou Rothman told you to take 18,000 feet, you thought he was out of his mind. What the hell am I going to do with all that space?
Yeah, the bay that we're currently in was part of an 18,000 square foot bay. And I had been arguing with the landlord.
Great size, too.
I know, but I was arguing with the landlord. I only wanted a third. 6,000 was going to be plenty enough because you've been to my place. We were shipping everything out of that back room. So
I know that's what cracks me up about this is that you've done it. You did it so long in that little tiny back room, dude. I have a problem with movement. Like if I can't move comfortably throughout a room, I get claustrophobic, and I would have died if I had to show up at your shop while you were doing that shit.
Wait, we used to ship out of that back room.
Cigar a month was.
We used to do it out front. We didn't have room in the back.
Yeah.
But that back room, and there was 3 workstations there, which people sat and worked at in regards to this.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So I'm looking
and all that shit.
I'm looking at this huge warehouse, 6,000 square feet empty. I'm like, I'm never going to need this much room. It's ridiculous. And I was sitting here, and we haven't even finished building the warehouse. They just put up the demising wall. And Lou is sitting right in that chair, and he's telling me, how's the warehouse going? How big did you get? And I tell him, I swear to God, he starts shaking his head. He's like, you messed up. I'm like, what do you mean I messed up? He's like, it's too small. It's like, Lou, how can it be too small? It's shipping out like 600 square feet here. And he was right.
He's done it for a while.
Yeah.
He's a fairly smart guy in the industry.
Listen to me. No lying, Pete. Just based on his word, while he was still sitting there, I called the property manager. Even though we built the wall, I said, I'll just put a big arc. I'll just, make a doorway through it, and I'll just keep it. I called them to get the other 12,000 square feet, and they already leased it. They are, because I made the base smaller, it became a lot easier for them to lease.
Sure. 12. Yeah. The other guy taking 12 instead of an 18, right?
Yeah.
But A 20,000 square foot bay is up for lease at the end of the month. We're already talking with the landlord. So
Same area, same.
Two buildings over. We're in 20. It's in 18. So
at least it makes moving.
You're at number 20. That's good to know because when we ship you, we get dinged from UPS every time we ship you without a unit number.
No shit.
No, our unit number is 2011. The building's 20. There's no unit number. Every door.
There's no official unit number. That's good. Okay.
No, every door has its own address. So our building is 20, but the address is 2011.
Okay. So this would be 1811.
18 something. Yeah, it'll be 18 something. It's in the 18 building, which is 2 buildings before us. Yeah, so we'll be excited about that. But I mentioned before you were in the green room before you came on that you are one of only 10 companies that have participated in the Great Smoke from year one. Yeah. And I want to let you know now, because I know sometimes we can't find you. There will be a special presentation for all 10 of those companies during the Great Smoke.
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh no, a huge one. I'm very excited about it. Matt Booth is involved. We had him make something actually probably the only guy who could have made this for us. I'm not lying. He came through strong, and he was so honored to make it because he's not even one of the 10. So
it better be a belt buckle,
bro. It's not a belt buckle, but it's cool. It's cool.
You think about going to something like this, and you get that big old cowboy belt buckle,
old fat boy.
Now here's the other snippet. I do believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Pete. There's a photo from the first Great Smoke. And we're talking with Pepin, and I think that photo is in hand rolled.
It's in hand rolled. It's in a bunch of shit. I have. So you had a photographer rolling around the Great Smoke the first year, and they were snapping a lot of pictures. So I have a lot of these big,
who that was?
8 by 10 pictures. What's that?
Manny. Manny did the first couple of Great Smokes.
Yeah, so I have 8 by 10 pictures or whatever that size is.
Right.
From the Great Smoke. One with Pepin. Well, actually, a couple with Pepin.
Yeah.
I definitely look different.
Was much younger. John.
Yeah.
Younger, all of us.
Skinnier.
Yeah.
You've actually lost more weight than I weighed back then.
Probably at one point, yeah. But yeah, when I watched, hand rolled, I was surprised to see it. It was awesome. It was great.
Yeah. We're, every time you do something like these documentaries, you try to scramble. The film guys are like, we need pictures. I'm like, I don't take pictures. I hate taking pictures. And it's funny, Yanni today sends me a picture of Yanni, myself, Jaime, and Donnie. And it was from
old
a Great Smoke.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna guess it's probably 2012. I know it's 2012. I think she put it in the chat.
2012 was at the German club at that point, I believe.
Yeah, because I only knew it was you from the tent. It's gonna be kind of blurry with that, but
2012 might still be in the parking lot. It's hard to tell, but I actually remember that photo.
Yeah.
Look at that clean shaven.
Yeah, so my screen went dark, but
clean shaven.
Yeah, no, everything. I won't give up the girl's secrets, but yeah, I was very clean shaven.
I mean, it's when I look at pictures,
she sent me that today.
When I look at pictures like that, it really puts in perspective really how far this event came from that front courtyard in West Palm Beach with like less than 300 people. I think the first one was.
Dude, I say this all the time. One of my best stories about, and I think it was the first, might have been even the second one. Paul Hernandez had this line because he was doing this puffing machine where the machine sucked air like a draw tester through the cigar, and it had a lighter up front. So he's like, you got to light your cigar with this machine. And that's the only way he'd give the people the cigar.
Yeah, he wasn't giving them the cigar. Normally they hand it to them back then and they walk to the next table.
People are like
cutting and lighting every single body cigar.
I just want my cigar. He's like, get in the back of the line.
God rest his soul, man.
Oh man, that was the best. But that machine, I think the Pete and Steve still have that machine somewhere. But that thing was so annoying because he would bring it to events. I'm like, who's gonna buy this thing? What are you trying to sell here?
So
great.
While we got you on,
Yeah,
everybody's asking us, and I tell people all the time when we do these projects, we really aren't involved in the process. We pretty much ask the manufacturer if they would make something special for the event and give them what the theme is, and then
it's rare that I let anybody involved in the process.
Because of our history with microblends, people kind of think that we're involved or I don't even know what manufacturers are going to call them, what the box is going to look like, and
there's
this is
concepts.
There's
always concepts behind everything, and that's why I kept on asking. Like, at least get me the artwork. I want to theme the packaging a little bit around the 20th anniversary. But then you showed me the circus theme, and I was like, okay, let me see what I can do. And I'm like, I got to think of a fun name for the cigar, and I was already thinking of doing the Bellicoso anyways. So I was like, what sounds fun? And I was like, I didn't want to call it Big Top, so I figured I'd go with the initials, just BTB.
That works.
But plus, it made sense because of TGS being 3 letters.
Right? It looks good.
Yes.
You got to remember, like, you sent me your artwork, but that visual that you see on the box, I did that. Like, I do all that design work.
Did you hand draw this?
No. That's a good illustrator job. I like to play around in Illustrator a lot, so I do everything in Illustrator. So I found some type of circus tent image. I think it might have came from a font that had circus tents in it, and I kind of expanded on that. But it came out perfect because I was looking for the symmetry, one, and then I was looking for a theme to kind of go around your whole greatest show. So I think it came out cool.
Now, I was on Coop's show, I think a week ago when I had the first one of these. I think it was a show, something live. And this is the second one I had, and I remember when I lit it, I went, "Whoa!" And even now, smoking it, there's something different.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
Yeah. I've been in love with Corojo wrapper for a while, especially since the family started growing it. And when you start inching up the primings a little bit, it gets a little bit more, it's obviously a little thicker, but also a little more red in color. So we went more mid-priming Corojo. The blend is actually a play on what I would call a non-monster, but a monster. I'll give everybody a little bit of a hint. There is a particular item in the monster series, but it's not officially a full-size monster. And this is a play off of that cigar. So I've been in love with that blend because the sweetness from the Corojo. There's a lot of Corojo in the blend, so there's a lot of sweetness to the cigar. And then of course I love doing the covered foot. I've always done it since I started the company.
Yeah.
Just to get that burst of wrapper when you first light it up.
I've already lit mine, but yeah.
And I don't make a ton of Bellicosos. I make a crap ton of Parejos, obviously. I think, is this the smallest ring gauge you have in the releases?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Cool.
Yes. Actually, shockingly, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
And that's actually not small for me too, because a 52 is not particularly small. But I really enjoy that shape in that 52, and the box pressing just made sense on this blend.
When you smoke a manufactured product, right? I always say there's like a signature flavor that I tend to taste, like whether it's Padron or Pepin or Fuente. kind of a signature profile unless you get really extensive on different types of lines. But in the core line, there's always a signature profile. And, I didn't know what I was in for. And everybody watches the video. You can see when I smoked it, that like after the first puff or two, I went, whoa. And, I could still taste it, that profile, but it wasn't what I expected. I don't know if earthy is the word. It's just got a more fuller body than I expected.
The spice level too. It's interesting about that cigar though, because there are a few things that I did this year, and your 20th, but I have two brands that are in their 20th years right now.
Oh wow!
So and the funny thing is that those two brands, all the releases I'm doing for that, which are regular production, full production type of items, those are all box press too.
Okay.
In a traditionally round lineup. So I'm throwing, I don't know, I go through phases, and there's moments that I just get really kind of a tunnel vision on certain things, and I go down that whole like, I'm loving this the way this is, so let's keep on going with this theme in a sense. The blends are all over the place though, because there's no rhyme or reason of what we're putting into cigars nowadays.
Listen. I remember that cigar you gave me when I visited you sometime last year. I still have two of those left. I took a pack from you. I wanted to take more, but I took a Ziploc bag. You're not even selling them. I wanted to buy them. Me and Brandy enjoyed them so much. I'm like, dude, I will buy whatever you have of these. He wouldn't even sell them to me.
No, yeah, they're just on lockdown. They're sleeping. I don't know what else.
That makes sense.
I might just smoke them
though, Pete. No, but that makes sense. I see that in your releases. Like for a while, you were Mexican heavy. I guess you had a Mexican itch. Right now, it's been Corojo heavy lately, and you said you've been on Corojo lately. I get that. I'm kind of the same way. Like,
yeah,
I get into something.
Yeah, I get that, dude. Back in the day, we talked about Lou Rothman earlier. Back in the day, Lou had the El Rey del Mundo cigar.
Yep.
And I would walk. This is when I was working retail. I would walk in the store every morning, and I would grab a El Rey del Mundo Robusto Larga in the tissue wrap, and that's all I would smoke. And then one day, we got a box of Flor de Llanezas in. Remember the Flor de Llaneza, the torpedo box press, and that real fancy tall box? And I got on this fix of smoking that. Then I started realizing that might be similar to another cigar that Punch made. So it's like all over the place. But it was like I'd be fixated on a style for a long time, and then I'd move. A lot of times, Alex, so I shift in the factory based on supply. If I know that we're good on really good wrapper, I stick with that for a while, and then I shift. And I'm lucky because I'm in the factory a lot, especially here in Miami. But I know just the inner workings, and I know when that batch is coming up and it's going to be really good. So let's shift to that. Or
so I can start playing with this. Right, it makes sense.
Yeah, we might be delayed a little bit on this tobacco. So I shift to a different direction. I've done that multiple times where I've actually needed to pivot really quickly because certain wrappers weren't ready, and I knew that the timelines wouldn't work out. So I just, it's Sumatra time.
Do you find yourself at this point in your career just more in the creative mode, like just
I mean,
play around with blends? Because I know we were talking about that, how you were just saying like you're just making so much stuff lately. And
yeah, I mean, it's constantly trying to, I love Carlito, and it's true. There is no perfect cigar. You always strive to get one, but you'll never achieve it. You're constantly trying to figure out, what can I do to outdo the last one that I was so in love with? And then you just sit there and, for me, I have a lot of things in life that give me memories, so I make things based off those memories, and I'll put in, sometimes in Miami especially, I'll put in like 1 or 2 weeks worth of production of something, and then the guys in the packing department are like, well, what do you want to do with it? I go, I don't know, like just kind of put them in those cabinets and we'll rest them for a while because
Put 'em
I have
out.
these cedar cabinets in Miami that I just age cigars in.
And to put it in perspective, 1 or 2 weeks of production is not a small amount of cigars.
No, well, in Miami it is, but it's not.
Miami,
it's not,
yes, yeah.
I mean, 1 or 2 weeks of production in Miami is basically the run of cigars that I did for you on this
Project.
well, actually, sorry, no, that was 5,000 cigars. That's about 4 weeks in Miami.
Oh,
Yeah.
just so put that in perspective for everybody out there who
So-
likes to smoke the Miami blends and wonder why.
That's if I use one roller and he's moving fast. Actually, so technically it's more closer to 5 weeks, even 6.
So does the Miami factory still follow that guideline where one roller makes one size or
Yeah.
you know makes that size and that's the size? No one else makes that size.
Yeah, and I'm not a math giant tonight, so bear with me. So normally every roller in Miami can do about 750 cigars a week. So if it's a 5,000 stick run, that's like close to 7 weeks, right? Am I completely off on that one? 6.5 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6.5 weeks. So 7 weeks. And that really
750.
depends on how great he is or how good she is. Like they could do a little bit more, but normally most of the rollers in Miami are doing about 150 a day. So that's a big run for Miami. If I did 5,000 cigars in Miami, that's a pretty big run, and 5 weeks out of the amount of weeks that we have to work with in Miami, it takes away a lot from other production.
Sure.
So I'm constantly moving rollers around. Like I have a roller in Miami now rolling me 1 week's worth of a cigar that I want to put away for several months before I do anything with it. And then I have something coming out in October that the roller is actually rolling less per day. So I can actually have these cigars in a small like collector's series. Just something personal for me that I wanted to put out. So like the quantity of these cigars, I might be releasing 2,000 cigars. So it's much smaller. Nicaragua, if I give one pair the job of making that cigar, it would be let's see, one pair works like 2 rollers, right?
And they can
So
do
it'd be 3.5 weeks.
Wow.
But even there, if a pair or two pairs start a production on something, those are the people that roll the product. So in your case, this actually came from one pair in Nicaragua.
Wow. Well, I could tell you that this is extremely, for my flavor profile, I like it a lot because it's not like harsh where I'm getting punched and I'm like saying, oh, I got to have a full stomach to really enjoy this. But like I was trying to explain earlier, it's very full. I'm getting a very full body from this smoke. Alex,
The base of it.
you're not coming in here to do the feeds. You got to keep reminding me.
I didn't have time.
Yeah, you got to remind me.
I didn't have time. Although my cigar nerd tells me I'm probably smoking it's the offshoot of I'm smoking a Karloff. I think that's what people. I think that's where it was going. I'm not sure. The monster that's not a monster.
Well, I'll give another hint. Well, that could be a monster, not a monster. The other one is a monster, but we've never released it as a full monster. It's always been in samplers.
In the samplers, gotcha.
Yeah, and again, this is a play on that. It's not exact. The exact is coming out in a few months.
Wow. Well,
Did you guys do an effect on
Chucker
this where you
Tiff.
slowed
It's gotta be
down? I heard like a
Chucker Tiff.
no, not Chucker Tiff.
Alex is going to name all of them.
God, that's good.
Well,
What?
Chucker Tiff have been out as real monsters, so
Why don't you wait till you try one and
What are they
you'll,
regular releases? Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm a
the
pig. and I
Karloff,
want to know now.
though, that's
I'll
an annual. That's an annual thing now. The Karloff thing, because I have a license with Boris Karloff.
It is right.
Yeah, and
Oh, that's right.
We
That's
decided
right.
that
That's
it's not going to
pretty
be
cool.
the same cigar. Like last year, we ended up doing two because one of them was delayed. So we did one earlier in the year and then released the right timeline at the end of the year. The next one is actually a smaller ring gauge, different shape. The purpose of that is that he was always shape shifting himself. He was always playing different characters. So we wanted to make sure that we have different characters in the cigars.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. She seems to like the license deal.
It must be working for her.
Yeah. Come to find out, her son's a cigar smoker.
I just want to
Oh,
point out
really?
again something Pete said. For our cigar nerds out there, which most of you are, I just want to say it again. Every single cigar that you smoke of this was rolled by the same pair of people. Every single one.
Yeah, so if we have a bad one,
It's impressive.
we'll know who rolled it. That's
You know
not
who
a
to
good
blame.
thing, though.
You know?
Listen, that's impressive for Nicaragua. They do it here in Miami, where they got what, 8 rollers, 9 rollers?
No, we actually have 14 rollers in Miami.
Oh, it's up to 14 now. I'm going back to
Yeah, well, trust me, I'm blessed that we have that many in Miami because we definitely need it. It's been really over the years struggling through, the people leaving, people coming, pandemic. We've always been this wave of like how much product we're going to get, and at 14 rollers in Miami, it's a good amount. It's sustainable, and it gives me a little bit of room to play because I don't increase production in Miami in a sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
They make what they make.
they make what they make. It's not like I can just put 2 more rollers in there tomorrow because the people that are sitting in that room because Pepin interviewed them. Like, he sat down with them, he watched them roll, he told them to do a couple techniques. They did them right, and he said, "Okay, you have a seat."
Yeah, he qualified them.
Yeah. It's pretty scary to watch. I've actually watched him deny a person before.
Oh, I bet.
Sure.
I mean, listen, we do rolling contests in Nicaragua when we bring people down. It's kind of fun, we goof around. We have people put wrappers on cigars, and it's a giant waste of about 2 dozen cigars. But he actually has the cigars lined up in front of every person, and he'll pick it up, look at it, and he'll give it back to him and say thank you, like thanks for coming. They'll go away. But if he turns your cigar sideways, he's going to reinspect it and go back to it, so you have a chance to be in the running.
Oh,
It's kind of fun.
it's like a game show.
Yeah.
It's like a game show.
And it makes
Who makes it to the next round?
So the best part about it is that a lot of people don't know that. Maybe they don't know he's there, or he might have been at the farms and doing other things, and he all of a sudden walks into the gallery and shows up, and he's the judge, and they're all like shitting themselves, like what the fuck. It's kind of fun to watch.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. I was very excited for all of this year's releases because all 3 of you, Steve, and Carlito, were amongst the 6 of the original 6 who ever made the first TGS releases, which was during the digital experience.
Oh, yeah.
We tried to have you on from Nicaragua, but I remember the broadcast was very painful.
Oh, no, it was painful.
We got a little bit. It worked a little bit.
The Wi-Fi seemed to have COVID also.
Yeah. I remember being painful, but yeah, you were all, and that's really what I wanted to do this year. I wanted to pay homage to that original digital experience where this all started, and all 3 of you, honestly, I've been honored and so blessed. Just the amount. Look, being in this business 30 years, you just know things, and while some of these projects are fun, I understand the toll it takes on production, on the timeline, on your other projects, on your regular core projects. So, when I ask for these kind of projects, it's never lightheartedly. I literally had a 90-minute meeting with George Padron Monday because, asking them is like a whole ordeal, and, it's our 30th anniversary coming up this year. So, I always understand the whole dynamic of the process. So I was very fortunate and blessed. And not only did all 3 of you say, yeah, you all really went above and beyond and went out of your way to make something really kind of commemorative and truly special to celebrate 20 years. Because, you know, if you would have told me 20 years, we'd be filling out the main expo hall at South Florida Fairgrounds, still doing this event, I wouldn't even have conceived it getting like that.
Yeah, man, cigars, if you have the time and the timeline, cigars are pretty easy to do in the sense where, okay, you can put it in there and it will take X amount of time for it to age and wick off moisture. The biggest problem that the industry is having right now is paper. Like if someone said, "Hey, Pete, I really need a band for this release," I'm like, "Dude, it's going to put me until 6 months from now." Literally, the factories that are doing bands are telling people, well, let's say one particular factory, they're telling people 5 months.
That's insane.
5 months to get paper. I'm like, I can't wait 5 months. Give me 9 weeks. I'm okay with that.
Ink that's killing. What's holding that?
It's project.
No, demand is projects. I think they're just overwhelmed themselves.
Demand? Oh, really?
Yeah, which is crazy to me because, not for nothing, but I thought that we were declining. And then they come out with a new exports list that's bigger than ever. I was like, sometimes I feel like I'm in some type of bizarro world when it comes to this because you don't know how long it's going to go. And now with all this Cuba talk, that's a whole different ballgame.
I'll tell you something funny. I talked to an old friend of mine, one of our very first West Palm Beach customers going way back. And he had to quit smoking for health reasons. So he's kind of been out of it for, I'd say, about 15 years now. And but every now and then, if I'm up that way, I'll see if he was available for lunch or he'll just give me a call. He actually called me yesterday. So I gave him a call on my ride home. And like he didn't know we had a warehouse. And he didn't know we were like shipping like how we do. And we started going. And like his little words to me is, I didn't realize the cigar business was doing that well. I thought it was declining. So
yeah.
Same kind of like psychology, but it's not because new companies are still coming up all the time. I'm hearing about new brands, new companies, and that all eats up into the band process. I mean, bands back in the day, if I had to even make a band, and I don't even do them overseas, I mean, if you gave them the art and they didn't have to design it and whatever, it was like 4 weeks.
Yeah,
6 weeks.
yeah.
That was it.
I just got a band done local. The biggest problem for us is that now we have to ship it down to Nicaragua in a container. But it took 4 weeks. So I'm actually moving a little bit of my production back to the States because just the quality's there and the timeline's better.
Which I find very insane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the packaging. Listen, it's Go ahead, Alex.
Go ahead.
No, as far as
whoa, who did that? Sure.
What happened?
Technical error. No, the comments started. You can have them roll.
As far back as I can remember, even when it wasn't as bad as it is today, packaging was always a holdup.
Yeah, we have an issue with the boxes now. I mean, you've all heard the stories back in the old days where everybody had an issue with boxes. We've had issues over the years with boxes, but now we have a bigger issue with boxes because we currently have one box factory in Nicaragua supplying for 3 factories, 2 in Nicaragua and 1 in Honduras. The one in Honduras is actually building a box factory currently, which is great, but it's not ready yet. So we're in I like to use these words because my nephew, we're in crisis mode. We're in crisis mode because that one box factory has to make all the boxes for all 3 factories that are down in Central America. Once the new factory in Honduras is finished, or the box factory is finished, it'll be great because we won't have these delays. So I was actually worried about my timeline on the boxes for the BTB because I requested a certain paint style, whitewashed box, and then I need to make sure that they had the red ink in stock to do the silk screening. It was all this was all done via like FaceTime and Zooms. because I wasn't down there. I'm like, I need to make sure this box is right.
It kind of reminds me of like almost like a monster box feel. Look,
Yeah.
a little bit, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to give it a little bit more, obviously a little bit more love because it's been a nice run. So
it really has been a crazy and nice run. And that being said, I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you have a very nice bottle of wine that you are
well, I think my wife is drinking most of it right now, but it's okay.
Already through it. But yeah, Tatuaje TGS BTB Big Top Bellicoso is open right now. The TGS store. They have been selling. Like I've been watching the screen as the green dots are continually going by, and it hasn't slowed down. So they're here till they're gone. Grab them if you have your ticket, your TGS ticket. Any issues I noticed that some people mentioned that the site might have been lagging and slow. We'll look into it. We didn't have a problem.
Is that a good sign?
Well, it's always a good sign. It means there's a lot of people there, and a lot of people.
I mean, it's too many people on the site. That's
a
luxury problem.
You know what people don't realize is, especially on something like this, is sometimes it's not even us; it's the processor, because so many charges are trying to get done at one time.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
But we'll definitely check it out before our next release. But we do appreciate everyone joining us tonight for the special exclusive release number 2 from Tatuaje Cigars and Pete Johnson, the TGS BTB, which is live now and in the TGS store. And Pete, once again, I appreciate it. Thank you for taking your time. I know we're busy.
Welcome, man. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon.
See you in about, less than 4 weeks now. Oh, my God.
It seems like it's closer. I don't know why, but yeah.
It feels closer. And, for those of us joining out there, one final release on the 25th of this month, coming up, our final and third release with Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. So hopefully we'll see you all then. Until that time, everybody, please keep it lit.